Good afternoon, my name is Karen Carcama and I am a student at Magallanes University. I am here today to share my ideas with you on the topic of the modern situation in Britain. Especially I wish to talk about the unwritten constitution. In almost all democratic countries of the world, there are higher laws that organizes, defines, it structures relations between the governed and the powers of the state, defines the rights and individual guarantees, etc. This high rule has many names. The most accepted is the Constitution. However, there are places that do not have a single written constitution, as Britain, who is the best known. But it doesn't mean that the British has an unwritten constitution. Actually, it is mostly written, but instead of being one formal document, the British Constitution is formed from various sources, including, for example, case law made by judges and international treaties. As I mentioned before, the British Constitution has not been connected under a single document. But if we examine the situation, we can establish the next question. It is really necessary to have an official paper? I believe that to answer this question we must have a clear idea of the advantages and disadvantages of a written constitution. With respect to the disadvantages is that in the non-existence of any higher form of law, it is practically impossible to ensure that the rights of minorities and individual scientists are protected against legislative infringement by Parliament. Another disadvantage is that the unclear division of powers, for the reason that written constitution clearly establish and define the powers of each branch of the government, and the fact that Britain doesn't count with an official paper could create an absence of limitations on the unchecked growth of any of the branches of the government. And in addition, there is a relevant drawback, which is the unlimited legislation, due to the fact that the unofficial constitution have no provision to prevent the creation of laws that could increase inequality within the country. For instance, offer protection to the wealthy people or limit the basic rights of the poor. On the other hand, one of the advantages of having a codified constitution is that it is flexible, which means that can be easily amended to keep up with society's changes, unlike the written constitutions, which tend to be more rigid. Also, another advantage is that people have somehow managed to function quite efficiently through the time, and Britain has had long established doctrines, principles and codes of conduct that are implanted in the heart and mind of the people. As a result, it has made the society into what it is today, and about all the problems and obstacles they have faced, they also have managed to develop one of the best legal systems in the world, and have an outstanding system of governance. In my view, it is important to be aware of this point in order to provide a strong opinion about the subject. It doesn't matter if we are in favor or against a written constitution. The key is to be able to see beyond of our perspective. In conclusion, I strongly believe that the system with an uncodified constitution works well, because throughout the years we have been witnesses how Britain has grown into what is today without a formal document. The written constitution is an issue that will continue in discussion because it has several pros and cons. But what is really clear is that the uncodified constitution is successful in a society where everybody belongs to the same culture. It shows us that the system should not be tempered with, as it has served Britain well for centuries. And I invite you to reflect in the following question: does the constitutional system need a change? I'll leave the answer to your discretion. Thank you so much.